Good morning, everybody. Today is National Sunglasses Day, so hopefully you have your blue blocker glasses and you're using them to get good sleep and avoid the harsh light that comes from all the screens around us. So what I want to talk about today is I want to tell you about Kodawari, and I give full credit to this, to being aware of this concept, to Helen Escalante of Entre Gurus, which is an incredible daily newsletter that you should definitely subscribe to. Elena does a great job summarizing some of the best business books and concepts of the day. So the idea here, and I love sort of Japanese manufacturing, lean manufacturing, Japanese concepts in general, just one of those things. And Kodawari is related to Ikigai, and Ikigai is basically like the reason for being, like the reason why we do what we do, and it's something very ingrained in Japanese culture. But Kodawari is basically like a standard that we set for ourselves, and it's one of the reasons that we see crafts people working on bonsai trees and clipping a single tiny leaf, or making, anyone who's ever seen Japanese pastries, like they look perfect, usually. And the people who take, when I was in Tokyo and saw these young ladies in very nice uniforms cleaning the streets with a dustpan and a broom, you know, there's this attention to detail that's incredible, that's really built into Japanese culture. But one of the things that I really like about it especially is this interpretation, because there's not really a direct translation of the word, but basically this high attention to detail without there necessarily being a grandiose, bigger payoff in the big picture. So like the detail is the reward in some ways. And while from a productivity standpoint and an efficacy standpoint, I'm always saying that we don't want to get stuck in the details, which is true. We don't want to get bogged down by the details. And you don't want to miss the forest for the trees. A lot of times there is that sort of one detail that really is worth it. And in my context, I'm willing to spend 10 minutes on a process to save 20 seconds. Because that learning is a much greater thing for me, and there's such a satisfaction in removing that one step from a process. And it's something that really motivates me to keep me going on that path. And while in the grand scheme of things, it may not make that process enormously more efficient, it's something that carries over, not only the learning from it that I can then take to other processes, but the craftsmanship that goes into it, which is something that I think that we miss out on in a lot of ways. And we can see huge learning in very small details.